Hi, my name is Eric Golden, and I'm going to cover the 4 things we do. When you build a network, there's actually 4 activities that are primary to building your network, building your group. They are making a list, contacting, sharing our experience or sharing hope, and following through and answering questions. And I'm going to cover each of those 4. They're the action steps of our 10-step pattern. So it starts with a list. Now in our launch guide, it gives you the opportunity to make a list of 20 names. And those probably would be the best 20 names, the most motivated 20 names, the 20 people that you desperately want to get in front of as quickly as possible. Now, they can come from any walk of life, but I do recommend that you look for people that have A, some sort of work ethic, B, some sort of sphere of influence, and again, third, you want to have a relationship with that person. So that's that top 20. But when building a list, what you really have to do is build an inventory. Because in our business, inventory isn't our products, it's our people. And so you're going to want to make a list of about 200 names and phone numbers. A cell phone is not a list, but a cell phone is a great place to build your list from. I recommend when building a list that you get a notebook pad and you literally pull out about 8 pages. They each hold about 25 names and numbers, and you put down 200 names and numbers of people that you would like to talk to about the Hope movement. Now, the second step, again, in the action steps of our 10-step pattern is the contacting phrase. And when you're contacting people, remember the number one importance, the reason you're calling them is so you can set an appointment. It's not to get them in the business. It's not to get their opinion. It's merely to set an appointment to meet with them so you can share hope with them. We can't give, share, evolve if we're not physically in front of somebody. So again, the idea, you're picking up the phone for one purpose, to set an appointment. So the most important thing is you need to know your schedule, okay? Now, what are you going to say to them? That's based on a contacting script. And if you actually have the launch guide, there's a couple of contacting scripts in there, along with if you go to the app or U Evolve Center, either way, there's an additional contacting scripts that you can utilize. Find a contacting script that meets you where you'd like to be met. What does that mean? That means something that feels right, something that sounds right, not only to you, but the people that you're going to be contacting. It has to sound quite a bit like you. Why? Because then it's a casual conversation. There's nothing alarming. You're just setting an appointment to talk about more information. Okay? So if you know that the reason you're inviting, you're contacting, is to set an appointment, and you have a phrase that you're comfortable in using, and you have a time slot that you know you can put those people in, then you've got the 3 most important components of the contacting piece. Now, last thing, not only should you know a contacting phrase, but always be prepared for someone to come back with the statement, what is it? And my best answer has always been, that's a great question. We'll cover all the details when we get together tomorrow or whatever it is for coffee. But I'm going to send you a quick video so you can get a little bit of information and you're prepared when we meet. And that would be uevolvecenter.com/hope intro. It's a short hope video. It's phenomenal and it'll work very, very well. Now, the third action step piece is the presentation itself. It's sharing hope. And when we share hope, we do that in a number of different ways. But the presentation starts with you having hope yourself. What's your testimony? What have you done health-wise within our program? Did you reboot? How did it work for you? If you're beginning to develop an income stream, again, that's part of your testimony. If your mind has shifted from one where you didn't think anything was possible to now you think everything is possible, again, that's all part of your testimony. Now, how do you present the opportunity? There's a number of ways to do it. Okay, I won't get into the detail of those today, but I will say use the assets that we've provided for you. Yes, we have a video brochure. You could do a napkin presentation by scratching something out. You also have the ability to bring people to a live presentation where maybe your upline is presenting in a home or an office or in a hotel. We call that a social proof event. There's lots of ways to present, but they always include a presentation. Okay, they always include giving a bar, and they always include your testimony. Don't forget, we also like to add a 3-way call. If you're doing it just by yourself and you don't have your upline with you or someone for support, it's always nice during the presentation, maybe at the end, maybe at the beginning, to bring someone upline, maybe your sponsor, but somebody that the party that you're talking to doesn't know, because experts are people they don't know that carry a briefcase. And if you are edifying the person that you're inviting over the phone to meet your prospect, then all of a sudden your prospect has credibility when they share their story. Now the fourth piece, right? We're going to make a list, we're going to contact, we're going to share hope, we're going to follow through and answer questions. Now, in most cases, if you're watching this video, you're not probably prepared to follow through and answer questions because you're probably just getting started. So what I need you to understand, what I didn't understand at the beginning, is this is a business where you actually work with other people. It's not an independent business. Okay, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You do have either your sponsor or other people upline who can help you with all the questions relating to what the prospect, after they've seen a presentation, the questions that they would have. Whether it's immediately after the presentation or a day or two later when you set your follow-through over the phone or in person, make sure you have someone upline available, whether it be in person or over the phone, to help you follow through and answer questions. Let me close with this. With the 4 action steps being list, contact, share hope, and follow through and answer questions, realize that most people come into the hope movement only fully capable of doing the first one, making a list. You know who you know. And the bottom line is you should be an expert at doing what doesn't take talent, and it doesn't take talent to make a list. Now that second piece, contacting, is something you've probably never done before, at least with us, so role play that with your sponsor or someone upline. Okay, we do need you to make that contact, but remember, we'll work with you on that. When it comes to the third part, sharing hope, we'll do all that work. If you're not comfortable or capable or credible or qualified, all those hard-sounding words, then let us do the heavy lifting. Bring them to us. Let someone in your upline share hope and share a presentation. Remember, you're going to need to share your story and your testimonial. The last piece is answering questions. We both know that you'll gain experience in how to answer questions over the course of building your hope movement. Those are the 4 action steps. Hopefully you understand them clearly.